Infidelity. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now on my face. This is a holiday glam. This is my kind of holiday glam, this kind of burnt orange and very warm, very happy kind of shade is my kind of holiday glam. I don't know what's your holiday plan, but at least I can bring you this makeup video and we should have a good holiday. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. I'm gonna put some Cover FX mattifying primer underneath my foundation today. This is like their anti-acne formula. You see there's a pimple pop out here and I don't know, I just think it might help. I just put tiny little bit around my nose. And I'm gonna put some cream contour underneath my foundation. I'm just gonna use my finger to do this. So for the foundation, I'm gonna use Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. And I just place here. I really like this foundation stick. It look how flawless this side compared to this side. The coverage is there and it makes my skin look almost dewy. Because we are using a damp beauty blender today, so I think it adds some hydration to my skin. These two together are the bomb. They're pairing each other so well. Like, okay, I admit this is the first time I'm using foundation stick with my beauty blender. Typically, I'm not a beauty blender kind of gal because I really need some coverage. But this, I love it. I love it. So now we are heading in a good direction and I really like this. Next, we're gonna put on some concealer underneath my eyes. I'm gonna use Benefit Brightening Concealer in shade number 2. I'm gonna just use my finger to put it underneath my eyes because we're gonna go full on glam today, so I feel like I need full coverage concealer. That's why I'm gonna use a Tarte Shake Take Concealer today. I'm gonna combine this two shade light neutral and fair neutral. These two shades together. I don't know, I just need a very clean base to start with. I'm just gonna dot light neutral underneath my eyes. And then place fair neutral on the highest place on my cheekbone, just 2 dots. And then I'm gonna set my concealer with Kevyn Lock-In Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. Because my face looks a little bit in the dewy side today. So I'm gonna set my whole face with Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent. And I'm just gonna grab my Morphe E3 a pointed fluffy powder brush, swirl in the pan, and then place the powder all over my face. For the bronzer, I'm using Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced. And I just place on the hollow under my cheekbone, my jawline, and my forehead. And then I like to grab another clean brush to blend it out. To add more warmth and dimension, I'm gonna use another bronzer. It's a pressed powder bronzer from Colourpop. It's a satin finish, so it's very perfect to add that kind of bronzy glow on your skin. And then to add more color to the entire face, I'm gonna use Precision Formula Butter Bronzer. Basically, just put this all over the face, the neck, the shoulder, all over. I don't care. I just want this delicious bronzer all over me. Moving to the eye. First, we're gonna put on some MAC Painterly. And we're gonna use Full Zip. It's a single eyeshadow from Colourpop to set that primer and place all over my eyelid. From the lash line to the brow bone. Now I'm gonna use Creme Brulee from Makeupgeek on my E40 brush and dust this shade into the crease. This is one of my favorite crease shade. You see, I do a kind of this movement to shaping my eyes. And then I'm using the shade Texture from MAC. It is slightly deeper than Creme Brulee, so you can really add that kind of very subtle ombre effect into the crease. And I just put this shade more concentrated into the crease. And then to deepening the outer corners, I'm gonna use Brown Script from MAC. It is a very pigmented warm brown. And slightly drag that shade into the inner corner of our eyelid. Just take whatever left on your brush and place that on the inner corner. I'm gonna use this very colorful palette from NYX for the actual eyelid. I'm gonna start with this bright, rich yellow shade right here and place that yellow shade here in the very front part of the inner corner. And this actually is an e.l.f. concealer brush. And I'm gonna take this bright coral shade right next to that yellow shade. And we're gonna take this more muted orange, slightly overlaid and beside that neon shade. Because those neon shade and yellow shade are just two shades on its own, so I just put another layer of a brown eyeshadow underneath, and then I put those colorful eyeshadow back on the top, and it really makes those colors pop out. For the very outer corner, I'm gonna use Paradox. It's a warm satin burgundy red on the very outer corner of my eyelid. It is very pigmented and very easy to use. One good thing about this super sharp shadow in the satin or matte finish is it won't have fallout by any means, because the texture of the eyeshadow won't create powdery fallout like a normal powder eyeshadow does. I'm gonna put on some glitter primer on my eyelid just to intensify the super sharp shadow we're gonna put on later. We're gonna put a super sharp shadow sequin in here. And then we're gonna place a lighting bug right next to sequin. And then I'm gonna try to use that supernova shadow in the shade Walk of Fame. And let it dry. I decided to put this muted orange here. Just make all those different colors melt into one another. So just reapply those shades if you need to. And then I decided to take this muted orange up above the crease to diffuse the edges. And then I decided to use this purple shade
to place it on the outer part of my eyelid and very close to my lash line, almost like a wing.
And then I'm gonna drag that purple shade right here to our lower lash line. And then I'm gonna use this beautiful dark base purple shade. It is Dance Party from Colourpop, to add some purple sparkle there and deepening the lash line at the same time. And this shade is very pretty. And then I'm gonna overlay it with that deep matte purple shade. At this point, I don't even care if there has any fallout, because we are gonna clean up anyway. And then we're gonna use this single eyeshadow from Colourpop. It is a super pigmented matte black. I'm just gonna use a teeny tiny bit just to deepening the outer corner. I don't want you to see actual black shade there. I just want to add more depth. Okay, let's clean up the under eye. So as you can see, I already cleaned up those fallout and finished the other eyes. Now I'm gonna finish these eyes on the camera with you guys. So you see that purple shade we just dragged to our lower lash line that I keep it, didn't wipe it off right here. So there is something already on my lower lash line. I'm gonna take the shade Creme Brulee again in a short smudge brush and kind of contour my under eye. I will do this and place that shadow right here. Then I'm gonna use a small ankle brush using this deep matte purple shade, kind of draw a close line on my lower lash line and drag that purple shade all the way up here. And then bring back that yellow shade here. And then I'm gonna use Dance Party, this shimmery dark purple shade, to place on the top of that matte purple shade we just put on. It really spices up that purple shade. Look at how pretty this shade is.
Then I'm gonna take this shimmery golden shade, just place right between that purple and brown shade.
Love today's look. I really like today's look. Now the eyeshadow is done. I'm going to put on some eyeliner as usual. I'm going to use Maybelline Black Gel Eyeliner. I'm gonna use this shade Shroom from MAC to highlight my brow bone. And a little bit on the inner corner. And then I'm gonna use some of Let's Do It. Try to hide that full lashes bang. Here. Is that working? I just want to hide that band a little bit. Yes. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna use Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. For my blush, I'm gonna use this Tarte blush. It's their Amazonian Clay 12-Hour blush in the shade Captivating. It's a light peachy shade. For my highlight, I'm using a little palette from Precision Formula. It's their Shimmer Strip All-in-One Costume New palette for face and eyes. Such a long name. It looks like this. It's a super pretty product. I'm gonna concentrate it in this area. For my lip, I'm gonna use overall long-lasting liquid lipstick in the shade Miami Fever. I believe this is one of their collab shade with Kathleen Light, and it's a beautiful burnt orange. Orange red. I don't know what I'm saying. It is exactly matched my top. I'm so happy. I love this shade. This is so pretty. That liquid lipstick just put everything together in my opinion, and this is my version of Holiday Glam. It's a super like hot and sultry, and everything just makes me so happy. Everything paired with each other very well in my opinion. The burnt orange, the red tone, rose gold, super shock shadow, the burnt orange, red liquid lipstick, they all paired with each other so well. I'm gonna wrap up the video right here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, warm and restful holiday. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye!